is a teacher-based team binder that a principal or a coach could use to support their teacher-based teams. You'll notice that this is first created in Google Slides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Google slide and create it as a Kami assignment. I highly recommend adding a Google Classroom or using Schoology or Canvas, and then adding your teachers as students. Once they're students, they're each going to get a copy of this data binder. So I'm going to come in here and write data binder, and I'm going to search my Google Drive and add that binder to my classroom. Once I do that, I want to make a copy for every single teacher. So I'm going to make a copy for each student. You can change the points. You can change the due date. You could even add a topic. I'm going to go ahead and assign it. What I'm going to do is once I assign it, my teacher is going to go into their Google Classroom. And once they're there, they're going to open up that data binder. Once they open up that data binder, the teacher is going to come in and start to analyze student work. Their goal is going to be to work collaboratively as their teacher-based team. And as they're working, they're going to hopefully identify effective teaching strategies and areas for improvement to support every single learner in their classroom. They're going to share 3 different student work samples. You as a coach can add the skill here prior, or you can even use update work to push out that skill. So for example, let's go ahead and say that I'm in my data binder and I go in and I open this up maybe with Kami. I'm going to be able to see all of my teachers' data binders. Okay, so that's what's great about creating this as a Kami assignment, is you're able to see every single teacher's screen and see their thoughts. Your teachers, if you're a coach, could share this then with their principal. I can go into this green button, and once I'm here, I'm able to click on that green button and I can type that skill. Okay, so I'm able to type the skill right here. If I click update all, what's really cool about this is that every single student gets that skill typed out to them. So again, every student will get that skill. If we go back into classwork, again, that's this toggle up here, will take me back into class view. And with class view, I'm able to see every single student's screen. And I'll be able to see that skill say type. And that's where I would type that skill at. I'm going to go ahead and go back into my data binder. And what my teachers will do is they're going to add those 3 different screenshots. So my teachers might go into their Google Classroom and they're going to pull out maybe those 3 different screenshots. So I'm going to go over to classwork right here. My students did a month's quiz, and I'm going to figure out who is my student that mastered it. One thing that you can do is once it's been graded, you can use Kami questions. If you use Kami questions, you get this answer tab right here to see all of your students' screens at the exact same time. Let's go to a test actually that has some student work. I think it's this one. And once again, I have the class view where I can see all of their screens, but if you use Kami questions, you're able to go into answers. I can click on insights and I can grab my top, medium, and lowest score. So I'm looking for student Olivia. I can go to student Olivia's screen and I can take a screenshot of student Olivia right here. I can also come over to pages and find student Olivia and take a screenshot of this screen. Then I can find another student. And maybe I again use insights and I go to my medium score. Oh, I need to go to student Olivia Jones, right? And so again, I can come in, find that next student. And maybe I need to find one more student. And again, I can take a picture of their scores and their class view if I want to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just grab a couple screenshots just to show what this will look like. Once I'm done, I'm going to go back to my teacher binder and I'm going to grab the student that mastered this skill. Okay, and I'm going to add their screenshot right onto this page right here so I have it for my teacher-based team meeting. Okay, so here is that student's work. Down here with progressing, I'm going to grab this student's example and I'm going to grab their screen. And then I've got one more student that showed that they need a lot of improvement. So again, I can add those screenshots right onto their screen. From here, I'm now ready for my meeting where I'm ready to have conversations about these 3 students to help improve my teaching. So as a coach, what I love about using this view is you're going to be able to see all of your students, all of your teachers adding their work using ClassView. And so as a coach, I can compare really quickly by scrolling through to see how one teacher maybe taught math fractions and another teacher taught math fractions. I can use the drawing tool and I can point out key facts of what we're noticing. We can answer these. Okay, what strengths did your students have when they had this area of strengths? What was an area where they maybe need to show some growth? Where is the improvements? What misconceptions did this group of students have? What maybe possible instructional strategies could we use to support this group of students? We can use these questions down here to support our answers. My teachers could use the comment tool by typing their thoughts, saying their thoughts using the voice comment feature. They can also screen capture if they want to go to another tab and show how or what mistakes this student maybe made. There's a lot of opportunity for teachers to think and reflect on this data in their TBTs. Same thing with our progressing and needs improvement students. And again, as a principal or coach, I can scroll through to see how every single student is doing on this activity. Once we're done, we're going to chat again. What are we going to do for the mastered, progressing, needs improvement? What are we going to try to extend that knowledge for those that have mastered it? What are we going to do for the students that are progressing? What about those students that need to improve? What spiral review, what support are we going to leave them? And again, teachers can add their own notes in their individual notebook, or for me as the teacher, I can see everybody's thoughts and ideas. And right here allows me to know who I'm going to follow up with a coaching cycle with. I can say, okay, hey, we're going to work on this skill with the progressing. Let's co-teach this lesson together. Oh, with the needs improvement, can I come in and help pull a small group and model? With this extension group, can we do this? And this is where I'm able to follow up, see how my teachers are doing. And all I have to do is pull up that assignment in my Google Classroom. And once I'm there, I'm able to click Open ClassView, and then I can also type in notes. So if the teacher and I did this activity, I can give feedback right on this document, or I could add an additional page. So I hope that you're able to give this teacher-based team a try, and hopefully you'll start seeing your teachers thinking, problem solving, and working together.